My name's Karsten Heuer, sitting here at Flint's Park, the beautiful Flint's Park. And my job lately is called Resource Management Specialist. Wildland Resource Management Specialist, I guess.
Okay, I'm Frank Berstrom, and the department I work in is resource conservation.
My name's Dillon and I work for Trail Crew in Banff National Park. Wilderness, I guess, is a bit of a tricky thing to define. To me, I suppose it's more of an experience rather than a place with defined boundaries. It's an experience where you feel that you're fitting into your role in the way the natural system is going, and you feel quite a bit of freedom. Sometimes it's a whole day of feeling that, wow, I'm very isolated where I'm working right now. Or sometimes it's just a few moments somewhere and you catch a glimpse around and realize that you're in an amazing place, and to me that makes me feel that I'm in the wilderness.
We have what we call zoning that we set out for national parks, and it's a way that we manage our park system. And what the zoning does is define which areas we consider wildland zones or wilderness areas compared to those areas like in the Bow Valley, which are high use areas. And it's a way of managing a park. I don't think we could look at it as a defined line that, you know, you step across and say that's wilderness and that's not. And it just, as you get further and further away from town site, further away from human occupation, it becomes more and more of what we consider a wilderness area.
Wilderness isn't a place you can draw on a map. I think it's an attitude. It's an approach to how you think. And certainly when we're back in a place like this, and we're on an 8-day trip where, you know, we've seen just a handful of people, that I think we immediately say, oh yeah, this is wilderness. And it is, and it's the sort of in-your-face wilderness. But wilderness also is, you know, for a kid, the dragonflies preying on mosquitoes in their backyard, you know, in the middle of an urban neighborhood. It's the weeds growing up through the cracks in a sidewalk, and slowly, you know, like the things that kind of belong in that place that would happen without, you know, if we just sort of left things to their own. That's what wilderness and wildness is.
There was one night, we were working Trail Crew, we were in the backcountry in the Bryant Valley, and it was a beautiful, beautiful week. We were getting lots of our work done.
Going down through Peters Creek on the north end of the park, and it's raining cats and dogs. You've got your slicker on, you're soggy, you're wet, you're cold, you're tired.
And it was one of those perfect evenings with the sun going down, soft light on the mountains.
And you just, for a moment, say, well, I'm going to sit down and have a smoke and a bite to eat.
And just as it was getting dark, we could hear two bull elk bugling at each other from across the valley.
You smell that fresh rain. You hear the rain rattling off your hat and the stream going by.
And eventually them meeting up and their antlers clashing together over the valley as the sun set.
Kind of like, this is kind of nice. You know, it doesn't matter that it's cold. It doesn't matter that you're uncomfortable.
After a hard day's work, those kind of moments definitely stick out in particular to me.
Well, it's like, this is home. Like, this feels good. I should be here. don't know if that answers your question or not.
I think a huge value of these places is it's almost sort of a spiritual or mental value or balance point for the rest of humanity, for all of humanity. Even if you'll never get to these places, just knowing that they exist is hugely important for human mental health. When you're feeling stressed or completely overwhelmed in the middle of a city, you know, and you've had a harrowing day at work, and you come home and maybe the kids are screaming, the car broke down, the furnace is acting up, and you're just about, you know, you're ready to shoot yourself. And then you remember, wow, but there are these areas. Like this is just a small part of the world. The world is actually a big, beautiful place. Like, get a grip of yourself. This isn't what life is. Life is the beautiful celebration of big, wild places. And just knowing that that exists, that grizzly bears are roaming, you know, these alpine meadows, the deer and wolves are moving through these valleys, the birds are nesting in these willows, thickets, and just that life has so much power and persistence, all have a calming effect that allow you to remember who you are, what you are, and how you fit in. All right, let's pack up.